beckon. I was told that you and the Primos are allowed to enter. By all means, conduct what business you have within. The structure behind me is the holiest site in these lands. I can speak no more of it. I am sorry. They are colossi who have witnessed the holiness of Anokatos and sworn oaths to serve his every will. The garb they wear reminds themselves of our savage past, and how they are unworthy of all things, even the act of speech. Hence, their name. I do not doubt that the Primos is loved by the gods. When the rest toiled in futility, he raised the whole of Idylla. Truly, it was a miracle. I am a humble guardian of this complex, here to make sure that none sully it with their footsteps.
You have come, good. We stand in a ground once hallowed beyond all things, now tainted by the excommunication of my people. Ever since that terrible day when arrogance and desperation brought about the disfavor of the gods, my followers have tended this place. Now come. We shall go to the antechamber of the Hyperion, the very spot where the sins of the Colossi were answered. It is where the former Primos, Arches, bade the Hyperion to rise to join our city. Where the gods saw fit to condemn us for our hubris, it will be the altar of our forgiveness. The antechamber is the flawed design of Arches. It was the means by which he sought to force the Hyperion to join the city. It was to do so using the spark of divine magic Athene placed into each of us, that these fragments combined create a force equal to that of a god. Such power was never meant to be wielded by the unworthy. The energies struck back at Arches, and the many assembled in his chamber, killing them. The end of this awaits. Much was ruined in that dark hour. The magics holding the paths together were unbound. Only the cipher can reorder such magics. Press ahead and set the path. We are almost done, Beckoned. This mural was to celebrate the great triumph of my people. The city floats, it is nothing without the Hyperion at its heart. If you were curious, I could tell you more. Again, we find the way barred. I'm afraid I need your help once more. Must finish this. We are almost done, Beckoned. We have reached it. Beyond that stone is the Hyperion, the gift of the gods, the symbol of a covenant concluded. It rests out of reach, waiting for the day when the gods forgive our trespass, when they find us worthy again. Until now, I feared such a day would not come. We should begin. The gods visited this room once before. It seems only fit that you occupy their position. I will take my place where Arceus once stood. Long before, Arceus dared grasp the power of the gods and was judged according to his impudence. We act now as their analogues. In you, the gods visit this chamber once more. You shall stand where they appeared and made manifest their wrath. And I shall stand where Arceus stood and bore the brunt of their imminent will. We are so close now. Thank the gods! Praise be to them after all this time. I bear witness to their confirmation. You have done so well, Beckoned, to bring the cipher to me and to let me use its strength. With you, I can do what Arceus could not. Command the Hyperion. This chamber harnesses the magic needed to control the Hyperion. Before you appeared with the cipher, no force was sufficient. I knew that when we first met, when I first sensed the cipher, that I could unseal the Hyperion and command its power. Why else would the gods furnish you, whom I needed most in my lowest hour? The gods have found my people unworthy of the gifts offered us. So, using the Hyperion, I will see Idilla destroyed. The wicked will be purged. And once the city falls, I will reforge the ruins in an image the gods find acceptable. I'm sorry, Beckon, but you must be a martyr for my cause.
Make peace with your gods. May the heavens refuse you.
Beckoned. What has happened? Why are Onakatos' acolytes attacking us? What is he doing with the Hyperion? The Primos has lost his senses. If he thinks his actions will return the love of the gods, he's gone mad with grief. Destroy Idilla? No. That zealous fool. Have the loss of his gods driven him to such despair to use the Beckoned and the Cipher for such ends? We must make our way from this place. We cannot stop Onakatos from here. Take this shield. One of my soldiers dropped it when the silent choir ambushed us. I hope it protects you better. How if we cannot reach him? And we can do nothing to stop him if his worshippers kill us here. We must make for the surface, and hope that there is time enough for us to deal with him. Very well. If I must, then I must. Justice is Anakatos has sealed himself in with the Hyperion, and his silent choir will lay down their lives for him. I do not know what to do, Beckoned. I have defended my people from beasts and disasters, but nothing like this. Of course, I will not let Anakatos destroy my people because he believes the gods demand it. I know we have the strength we need inside of us, despite his claims. We are worth saving, even if the gods disagree. But Anakatos has sealed himself in the Hyperion antechamber. Without the cipher and knowledge of the Hyperion, we are lost. Anakatos was clever by exploiting your power. The cipher must be the key to unlocking the Hyperion, and he has broken it in his plan. But that is the one thing my people have been unable to do since we first came here. Only the Primos would know enough about the riddle for us to even try. Anakatos and his silent choir had a monastic retreat in the wilderness, Nixaros. If we need his knowledge, we best start our search there. Nixaros is one of the many portions of the city carved out, but never raised into the sky. Anakatos and his silent choir use it as a retreat. It is an old portion of the city that was never raised up. It was supposed to be a shrine of quiet contemplation. Now it is the refuge of Anakatos' silent choir. The complex rests where it was first carved, in the mountains of the Teeth. Be cautious in these lands. We cannot waste time. There does not appear to be much here, but we have to be thorough. We should try near the shrine of Athene. Anakatos prizes her above all else. I would wager he keeps his secrets with her. Farewell.
Your death.
Must. I must, then I must. We cannot waste time. There does not appear to be much. Farewell.
Make this record in penance for my disappointment of the Supreme Goddess Athene, in hopes that I may return to her favor, so that I could help my people find her strength once more. I have committed several acts of anger.
Beckoned, not time. See, Primos, below.
I'm afraid we have dishonored my master, Arcais. He is a pious man who has always sought to serve, and we use the power of his position to force us on the true path without his knowledge. Slavery, oppression, pain, all are used to mold them into what is deemed worthy.
Hold a moment. These are bodies of colossi. What are they doing here? Wait. I recognize some faces. Belfron. Amandia. These were great colossi, all viable competitors for the role of Primos at one time or another. I do not like the implications of this. What has Anakatos wrought? Be cautious in these lands.
Trespassers, you are too late! The council already lies dying in the torture chambers, and the Jotun slaves will soon be butchered as the master ordered. Come, brothers and sisters, let us deal with these curs.
You... Beckoned, I found this in our struggle. No doubt some form of torture device. But your strength can apply it for good. Now to decipher what the cultists said. But there are also the slaves. They will be killed if we don't save them. But if the council is dying, we must choose who we see to first. The council must be important. Something that could help us find a flaw in his plan, perhaps. Or learn more about the cipher in the Hyperion. I know what this place is now. These travesties, these heresies, these are what Anakatos truly is. I do not know what the council is, but I have had enough surprises today. I only hope that we can find it of use. I can only imagine what labors Anakatos had them perform. Could this have been the cause of Garank's war? I do not believe so. The council is dying if Anakatos' dogs are to be believed, and the slaves are to be executed. I am unsure who we should be trying to help, but you are the beckoned of Athene. I must defer this choice to you. So decide. Do we go to the slave pens and help the slaves? Or do we go to the torture chambers to try to find Anakatos' council before it dies? Farewell.
Was brought nearly to his death. Arches failed Athene in our mission to bring her servants to a devout state that would be worthy of her power and wisdom. At my behest, he sought the Hyperion force to the sky to earn our recognition. The ensuing eruption of Athene's wrath killed many, and nearly took dear Arches. sweet Arches alive so that I may find in him the knowledge and power of the Primos, and in doing so can find the answer I needed to bring myself, my people, to perfection, to regain the goodwill of the great goddess. Thank Athene that my followers continue my work while I tend to my master.
What can I do? What is it?
God's curse!
You. I am past the point of much, but I can feel the warmth of Athene in you, strange one. Has my time come at last? I cannot see. I cannot see. I know the beckon comes. I cannot even look upon you. I am beyond rescue. Anokatos kept me alive, and though I wished for death many times, I knew I had to live. Athene commanded it, for I spoke with her the day the gods struck us down for our folly. The day Anokatos hid my broken body and told the world I died. But I leave you not without a guide. Tell Sikandra she must remember her last day. She must.
Arcades. I had always... He had died. He had died years ago when the gods rebuked him and our people. It was truth. Anokatos had him alive and tortured. I watched him die years before. All that was left of him was a circlet. A circlet. There was much he should have answered for in his lifetime. But what we saw in Naros, he didn't deserve it. He didn't. Freeing them was a wise course of action. The slaves can be a useful distraction as we move through this place. Curse the gods for leaving the thing here. Anokatos will use it to kill all of us. Our last day. The day... Could it mean the last day that I saw him? The last day we spoke. Before the Hyperion tragedy, he asked me to escort him through the wilds, to the shrines outside the city, the shrines of earth and air. He told me to remember them when times seem bleak. I thought nothing of it, but could he have known about this? About now? I once thought that faith was what would ruin my people, the thing that would distract them from their happiness. But I see now, it is apathy. To not care for our people, that is Anokatos' sin. As I thought it was our cases before him. But this is so much larger. Larger than I ever thought. An Arcase. He always knew that I would be here. He must have always known. It is an ancient place high in the teeth of Naros. I do not understand its significance. But we need answers, not more riddles. Let us unravel this as quickly as we can. The fate of my people is at stake. I don't know why Arcase spoke of this. Apparently, it's necessary for unsealing the Hyperion. But how? I was expecting answers from Naros, and we're only getting more questions. Something is wrong. Anokatos wishes to destroy Idylla, but how close is he to his goal? The task is clear. We need to... Ah! My head! Can you feel it? Something is wrong. This magic... Anokatos has done something. We must return to the city. We might be too late. Something. Something grave has happened. I can feel it in my body. I fear Anakatos may have accomplished his goal. Very well.
If only there were others akin to myself, holy ones, who are resolute and hold tightly to their faith. Or had I the means to create the people
Our final
the gods
task waits.
truly wished for?
The city seems intact, but still, the henge has already become disrupted. Anakatos has sealed us from the city. It is only a matter of time before he finds a way to destroy Idilla. We must find what Arcais spoke of, and quickly. Arcais requested specifically that we go to the shrines of earth and air on the last day we spent together. There are two sites in the wilderness, touched by the gods, one in the peaks of the Teeth, and the other in its canyon. These were called the Shrines of Earth and Air. I thought nothing of them, but Arcais knew. He must have known this day would come, when we needed them. Yes, I was young, but a talented god. He asked me to escort him personally. Yes, the Hyperion was larger, more impressive, but these areas bore the same mysterious substance that the Hyperion was crafted from. We have never seen its like before. It must be some divine element. The gods use it then as a marker for us. I cannot say for sure, but there is more than coincidence here. That Arcais showed these places to me, that he mentioned them as he died. But we have little else to act on, and with every moment the chance of Anakatos' calamity occurring grows greater. The Shrine of Air is a holy site we found nestled in the highest peaks of the Teeth of Naros. We found a stone there, the same material as that of the Hyperion itself, but we never knew why the gods left such a marker. It lays in the crags of the Teeth of Naros, in the shadows of the great rocks. There is a stone there that resembles the Hyperion in its own way. We don't know why the spot was marked the way it was, Perhaps we will finally find out. It rests in the teeth of Naros, but south of the Hyperion and the city. It is nestled between the great crags of rock that make these mountains. Farewell. What is it? Thou hast gone. These. I doubt that anyone has walked these halls since they were first shaped. I wonder if the words Arcais spoke were true. It must be somewhere among the ancient stones. I can feel a powerful magic in this place. Can't you? It is heavy, like some huge burden. I do not know for sure. When Arcais came here with me years before, he said this of the Earth Shrine. The earth is dark and heavy, and dangers hide unseen. Accept the light in darkness, for it knows the way. A light in this gloom is welcome, but I would not wander too far off the path. Be cautious in these lands. Then I must. Something feels strange, Beckoned. When you harnessed the Earth Shrine, my limbs never held more strength. You look more whole, and I can feel the magic pouring through this land already. We must be close. The Hyperion waits. I can only imagine that is what Arcais meant. But though I can say that much, I still do not know what we're dealing with. Come. If we need the Air Shrine to unlock the Hyperion, then we must go. Remarkable. It looked like the Hyperion in its own way. The gods, when they made the Hyperion, they must have left this as well. But it felt entirely different. Like if I touched it, I would suddenly collapse under my own weight. It waits in the higher peaks of the teeth of Naros. But I have a feeling that Anakatos knew that we would find them. I don't know how easy this will become, but we have to keep going. Be cautious in these lands. I won't hold back.
Brothers and sisters, are not justice is come.
Yes? I have a moment I can spare. For you. Good day.
But you've saved us.
Billis and I thank you for that widow's spare. You.
Can you believe those monks?
May I help you? Be safe.
Time is at hand. Our final task waits. The path opens once more. To think that all this time we had the answer to the Hyperion below our feet. That our road to Anakatos forced us to solve this riddle seems more than coincidence. So it was the same as the Shrine of Earth, a marker for a hidden cave. What could it mean? Did the gods plan this so thoroughly? I cannot say for sure. It is different from the Earth Shrine. This place is thin and cold. But I remember the words Arke said. To harness the air, you must walk on the wind. Somehow this shrine will make that true. Very well. must, then I must. What is it? Must, then I must. Must, then I must. I won't hold back. The cipher is whole again. As are you. We can unseal the Hyperion that we might stop Anakatos. And we've done so much more. I thought this all was to bring Anakatos to his judgment. But I was wrong. There is much more at stake here. It was so much like the Earth Shrine, but different. When I got near, I felt so light as to be blown away. A hidden cavern. Then the shrine itself was not important at all. Not the stone, but what rested beneath it. Communing with the Hyperion beneath the city. We have to stop him while we still can. How long have we left Anakatos to his task? And Idylla still rests. What is he doing? Very well. What can I do?
Embrace. They cannot be allowed to curse you!
Your ignorance is
Our final task waits.
You are condemned.
Must.
You are
Peace with your gods.
Just.
You're ignorant.
Our final task waits.
turn your face, heathen.
I won't hold. I hear you.
It is time we beckoned met and fulfilled our roles. You are not so ignorant as that. You are the avatar of Athene herself. I thought you had been sent to purge my people of their limitations, and I was right. But their chief limitation is not sin. It is fate. It is the fate of my people that must be changed, not their piety. That is what stands between us and grace, our ordained savagery. With the Hyperion and the cipher, Athene granted me some understanding of her work. The Hyperion augments a certain kind of magic, your own. When you shift fate before it, it amplifies that through the cipher and across all my people. She has taught me much while we talked, beckoned. How I can truly serve my people by dying for them. Yes, because I stand for the parts of my people that must be purged. Their savagery and violence. Once I thought my crimes just and necessary. If the gods could not abide them, surely I would find no success with such means. But I was beckoned to this nature, as you were to yours. Kill me before the Hyperion, and all will be freed of their ignobility. Justice will be swift. Feel Balin's embrace. Feel my wrath. Feel my wrath! Witness my strength! Feel my wrath! Witness my strength! Feel Balin's embrace! You will die, second! Witness my strength! You will die, Feel Balin's embrace! Feel my wrath! Feel my wrath!
You've done it. Anakatos has been killed. But that energy that came from you, it raised the Hyperion. Without its magic to support the structure, this whole temple is coming down. We need to get out of here. Farewell. What is it?
It is done at last. The fate of Anakatos, the surrogate of all the Colossi savagery, has been shifted. And as this fate was shifted, so was the fate of all the Colossi. Gone is the state of savagery. Finished, Beckoned. Thou alone could do this, and as thou aided me, I am forever grateful. Thou hast freed this people. Thee, Anakatos, Arcades, Beckoned, all. At the last, your faithful companion, Secondra, I beckon now. Her people and a leader for the glory that lies ahead. Secondra will be Primos.
Enjoy the fruits of your work. We made it. And you've seen what has happened. The Hyperion soars within our city. We can never thank you fully for your strength. This armor is ancient, hallowed and strong, much like yourself, Beckoned. Take it. You have given us so much. I see the compassion and the influence the gods have had in my people's lives. My life. all along. What Arcais said to me on our last day together, what Athene said as we escaped the Hyperion Temple just now, these are no accidents. Your arrival, our meeting, Anakatos' betrayal and finding Arcais, these events were crafted intent. I see that now. And as you were beckoned to save my people, now I am beckoned to lead them. But I don't know if I can. She did. There is a legacy that I have left to fulfill, or so the goddess says. An old promise, but I mean to keep it. I may for a time, but only until there is one more suitable to lead. I have no taste for the office. But while I can, I should give this to you. No reward could truly thank you for your service, but we must try nonetheless. Now, let us return to the city together, beckoned. Let us see the fruits of your labor. Farewell.
I hope you find Idylla to your liking.
Many greetings, stranger. And you return to me. I hope you are finding this work well suited to you.
Goods for sale.
Curios, talismans, items of power. Mages worth their salt, buy from Leogrift. So long.